name is Clara Beauchamp, and on behalf of all the students and staff, I would like to welcome all of you to Highland Middle School's 2017 8th grade graduation ceremony. Thank you all for coming, as this is an important milestone in our lives, and we are glad to be able to share this with all of you. I would like to ask you all at this point to make sure your phones are silenced as not to disturb the ceremony. Also, please refrain from cheering for your child until the end of the ceremony to make sure each student has his or her special moment. Thank you very much, and please enjoy the ceremony.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Imagine this. You're stuck in a room with a bunch of self-conscious, odd-seeming strangers. You feel that you're the only one without someone to talk to. Finally, after ages of looking, you spot that one person who isn't chatting, and you muster the courage to talk to them. After that very awkward and short conversation is over, they just kind of stare at you. Then you stare at them, and then they smile at you. And then your face morphs into a twisted hybrid of a grimace and a smile. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you your first day of middle school. No good first day is complete without a healthy serving of discomfort and mild social anxiety. Good evening, my name is Veer Trivedi. Tonight, I'm here to reflect upon our past, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my classmates, the parents, the staff, the administration, and the Board of Education. You see, middle school is painfully awkward, but that doesn't make it bad. In fact, it's the best kind of awkward. And that's because everyone else is awkward with you. Middle school is more than the transition period from being adorable little elementary schoolers to becoming mature young adults. It's memorable for every reason. As a graduating class, we have a lot to reflect upon. And regardless of whether it was good or bad, it happened. You may think that these were the most embarrassing years of your life, but it's okay. You're not alone. Everyone got the same deal coming here. Besides, this is no big deal. You'd be surprised at the embarrassing stuff you're going to pull in the future. Now, moving on. What I want to talk about is how middle school and the awesome things we've done here have shaped us into the people that we are today. 6th grade was absolutely incredible after the awkward first few days, and it was really easy to adjust. The teachers were extremely kind and helped us settle into a new environment. And the experience of being placed in a foreign situation with strangers is actually a pretty good way to make friends. 6th grade forced all of us to talk to others and meet new people. Not all of our old friends were with us all of the time. As a result, every one of us has become open, friendly, and accepting. We have had several activities to help us meet new people. One example will be outdoor ed. By far, that was the best field trip ever. And I think parents and students can both agree. It was super fun for the kids, and the parents didn't have to deal with their rambunctious preteens. We went up to Laredo Taft, and we were divided into different groups where we had to participate in different activities over the 3 days. My favorite had to be staying alive. It was a big game of tag where you would be a herbivore, omnivore, or a carnivore, and the goal was to gain lives by tagging others who were below you in the food chain. A lot of 6th grade really was adjustment to being surrounded by a larger, changing environment. As I mentioned before, the teachers were really helpful. We could always ask for help without feeling stupid or awkward. And what 6th grade taught all of us was that it's okay to make mistakes as long as you learn from them. 7th grade was probably the most difficult. 6th grade flew by with a small workload and a lot of fun and free time. No one seemed to expect too much more in terms of work, Spoiler alert, we were wrong. There was a monstrous increase in the workload, and it wasn't the only challenge either. 7th grade was also the most intense socially. You see, our options in terms of sports were very limited in 6th grade, so it was easy to be friends with a lot of people because there wasn't that much separation between you and your classmates in school. 7th grade brought on volleyball, basketball, POMs, cheerleading, and soccer, so naturally, different kids had different interests, which divided them into smaller groups of those sharing the same interests. And of course, there were also various clubs like Science Olympiad and Drama Club, which acted as other separators. Old friendships never broke, but kids were really searching for the one group that they wanted to associate with. All the confusion with various assignments, tests, finding your place made it for a challenging yet interesting year. I have to say, 7th grade may have been the hardest, but it truly was an excellent year. Without challenge, none of us would have been prepared for 8th grade. I don't care what anyone else says. 8th grade rocked. After going through all that we did in 7th grade, 8th grade was much more bearable. The workload was about the same, and at times, it was even less. 8th grade was all about what to expect for the future. We were told what we were going to do in high school, and even practice those skills in class. 8th grade also gave all of us a chance to settle in socially and build upon the confidence that we gained within the past few years. Everyone was given time to settle into their groups and to meet new people. As a class, we were also able to connect with the history of our state and country by learning the ins and outs of our federal and state constitutions. We were also taught valuable moral lessons and understood the hardships and struggles of others in the past by studying the Holocaust and reading about segregation through Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird. The things we learned really helped set our moral compass. And don't worry, we also did fun things too. We joined the IESA for track, cross country, and wrestling. We also had the Six Flags field trip and the musical. Each one of these was a learning experience. I, for one, really understood the benefits of teamwork, coordination, and focus by joining the musical. In fact, it helped me grow closer to the people around me. This is Highland's first year participating in the Illinois Elementary School Association for track, cross country, and wrestling. This was an opportunity to put in hard work to track, cross country, or wrestling to broaden the students' horizons and to compete at the next level. Six Flags was cold, but very, very fun. It was a time for us to let loose and enjoy ourselves. The cold only made the trip more memorable. The opportunity to practice confidence and openness was also there throughout the year. People grew closer to each other. It really was the unity of a community. Everything that we did over these past 3 years has significantly influenced all of us. It is thanks to Highland Middle School that we have matured into the wonderful young adults that we are. Our experiences and the support that we received from parents and staff alike have allowed us to be shaped into strong, open, and a caring community. I can honestly say that I feel that we have been well prepared to go to high school. I'm definitely going to miss Highland, and I'm thankful beyond words for what it has taught me. But it's time to move on to high school, so we must do so with our heads high. Remember to look on the bright side of life. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2017.
Hi, my name is Celia Mcdermott Hinman. I am truly honored to be giving this speech. I would like to thank all those who have made it possible for me to be here right now, and to congratulate Veer on the amazing speech he just gave. I thank my classmates for a wonderful 3 years, with many more to come. I thank my parents for always being there for me and always being supportive. And on behalf of the whole class, I thank the teachers, administrators, and the Board of Education for working day in and day out to provide us with a safe environment to learn and grow. Right now, as we're graduating from 8th grade, our whole future is undecided. It's a vast, empty expanse stretching before us, an expanse in which anything is possible. Though right now, our whole future is ahead of us, one day it will be our past, how we're remembered, our legacy. It's up to us to choose how the world will remember the future class of 2021. I offer 2 pieces of advice as we set out to create our legacy. Help others, and shower daily. I think we can all agree that being remembered as the worst smelling class is not what we're going for. Although showering daily is important, it's through helping others that we can make a true difference in this world. When listening to the news nowadays, there's so much destruction and hate that it almost seems like the world is past the point of fixing, but hope endures. It's true, some of the problems that face us today are too massive for one person to fix. But the thing is, we have way more than one person. We have an entire class. We are 300 people who want to help make a change, but may not know how. A lot of people don't realize that they can help. They think, what difference can I make? I'm only one person. I'm all alone. But we aren't alone, and if we work together, anything is possible. Take the Sports Shed, for example. Our school-wide charity this year, the Sports Shed, is an organization that helps provide underfunded inner-city schools with sports supplies. Our school managed to raise over $8,700 for the Sports Shed over the course of the year. What we managed to accomplish together is amazing. Our school has also contributed to our community through the Sarah Morse Butler chapter of the National Junior Honor Society. The National Junior Honor Society is an organization that recognizes high-achieving students. All the students inducted into NJHS were required to submit 5 service hours, but we rose above and beyond. Over the course of the year, we surpassed the required amount and submitted over 700 hours. That's almost 30 full days of volunteering. Even working individually, we managed to contribute significantly to our community. Magic or superhuman abilities cannot change the world. Ordinary people can. We can all make a difference if we set our minds to it. As John F. Kennedy put it, one person can make a difference, and everyone should try. We can make a large impact working as a group, but it's not the only way we can make a difference. If each of us, in our everyday lives, pays attention to the small actions, the subtle ways in which we can help others, in the end, all of the little contributions add up to something much greater. We can make the simple choice to make every day, every action worthwhile. Looking someone in the eye and giving a kind greeting is a simple way you can brighten a person's day. As Mr. Hallmark has told us every day for the last 3 years, students, make it a great day. Or not. The choice is yours. It may sound trivial when you hear it on the announcements, but those words emphasize our own individual power. We are here today to celebrate how far we've come over the last 3 years and to look to our future. As J.K. Rowling said, we do not need magic to change the world. We carry all the power we need inside of ourselves already. We have the power to imagine better. The real question is, how are we, the future class of 2021, going to make our image of a better world into reality? Thank you.
Thank you, Celia, and thank you, Veer, as well. Mr. Hallmark always has me speak right after them, and it is always very difficult to follow 2 extraordinary students such as both of you this evening, but I know why you represented your classmates tonight. You're excellent. So next year, maybe we can change the schedule a little bit. We'll see. We'll see. So good evening, with that said. Each year, I am pleased to stand here before our graduates to welcome you. I extend personal recognition to the students of this graduating class, their families and guests, as well as the staff who guided them to this juncture. I must share with all of you that for the past 3 years, I've continued to hear about what an exceptional group this is, and you have sincerely proven the Highland Middle School administration and staff correct. I've watched you and could not be more proud. It is therefore my privilege to formally present you as young men and women who have exceeded expectations and met all necessary requirements during your length of stay at Highland Middle School. This has been an excellent year for your class, and I sincerely hope that during your time with us you made a connection with one of the wonderful educators at Highland Middle School, and that they have in some way made a connection and a difference in your life. As I share annually, Arnie Duncan, former United States Secretary of Education, profoundly expressed, "The quality of any school relies on the strengths of its educators at the front of the classroom." And each year, I have the gift of reminding our students that throughout your years, you have had some of the very best. Hopefully, they sparked that desire for music or art, math or science, social studies, Spanish or French, technology, cooking or sewing, sports or drama, instilled a passion for literature or writing, and made an impact that will stay with you a lifetime. I wish this because I know that you too have made an impact in your teachers' lives as well. I also know that for some of our families, this is your last child in District 70, and you too will be leaving us. As such, I want to express a very special thank you for being a part of our community and bringing to us your talented children and allowing us to be a special part of their lives. It was just a few weeks ago that I was thinking about what I was going to speak about this evening. I was making dinner while watching an episode of MasterChef Junior. And as I watched a team of engaged 8 to 13-year-olds follow a recipe to create a masterful dish, it brought to mind the collection of television programming aligned to a world of cooking and baking challenges. From MasterChef Junior to MasterChef, Iron Chef, Top Chef Masters, then there's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, Cutthroat Kitchen, Cake Wars, Cake Boss, the Great British and American baking shows, and my very favorite, Chopped. Now, why am I bringing up these culinary television programs that include some famous and not so famous chefs? Not because Libertyville, with our very own Main Street just a few blocks from here, filled with an array of wonderful restaurants and some exceptional local chefs. And not because I was simply looking for a connection to share, something like food with which we can all relate, but because you are now on a new path, leaving Highland Middle School and heading into high school. And it struck me. Following a path is like following a recipe. There are directions to follow, boxes to check, qualifications to meet in anticipation of getting into high school, subsequently finishing high school, seeking college acceptance, and ultimately career choice. And I trust, if you haven't heard it yet, you will someday, because many people believe that there is indeed a recipe for success. So here you are, at a point where I challenge you today, on the eve of entering high school, that instead of reaching for that cookbook and following someone else's idea for success, that you choose your own path. Incorporate your own given ingredients and define a recipe for success that is your very own. Because, as Susan Riley, arts integration educator, states, it is the best chefs that make choices. They aren't merely cooks who follow a recipe. You see, you all have several elements. The educators at Highland Middle School have offered you a host of ingredients to incorporate into your recipe for life. In my day, we were recognized for simply following the roadmap, the recipe as it were. To courses chosen, activities for involvement, there wasn't nearly as much in our formula for creative creation. Today, it's more about designing that perfect meal, taking the elements of a recipe and making them your very own. Now, back to my favorite TV show. 10 years ago, almost to the day, June 4th, 2007, the very first episode of Chopped appeared on the Food Network. If you don't know it, 4 chefs call on their culinary skills as they face off against one another to prepare a spectacular 3-course meal consisting of an appetizer, entree, and dessert. The catch? In each round, they have to use all the ingredients provided to them, however unlikely they may be. Fiddlehead ferns, cotton candy, squid ink, jelly beans, and at the end of each course, a panel of 3 guest judges chops 1 chef who fails to measure up in terms of taste, presentation, and creativity. The last chef standing takes home chopped winner bragging rights and an impressive $10,000. It's amazing to watch. 4 different people can take the same diverse ingredients and create 4 totally different dishes. So basically, like so many of these cooking shows, everyone gets a range of ingredients, no specific recipe to follow, maybe a recipe they mimic or follow in their head, but the individuals that reach out, stretch the limits, and show some true flavor tend to become the grand winners, the true chefs. Successful. As Martha Stewart or Gordon Ramsay would say, if you talk about success, they have thoughts in common. You must be willing to work hard. It's an ingredient you've all learned as part of your schooling, and as they admit, although there may be no single recipe for success, there is one essential ingredient: passion. Find your passion in what you believe in and make positive change in both self and the world around you. What else is offered? Take the time to savor your success and celebrate them with your family and friends. When you're supported by a team or by someone who believes in you, success can follow. Steve Jobs once shared aspects to his recipe for success. Take the ingredients offered and embrace life. Change it, make it better. Find your passion and love what you do. Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg would wholeheartedly agree, adding a dash of determination to the recipe, while the Cubs' very own Theo Epstein provides a measure of character and creative strategy to the mix. What's the link they all have in common? A true sense of happiness. There is a great amount of research out there today that recognizes the connection between happiness as an ultimate recipe to success. Feeling good is the cause, not the effect of achievement. So it's time for you to look ahead. Preheat the oven. Look closely at what lies ahead for you. Take all of the ingredients offered and build upon that recipe for your success. I encourage you to find that recipe within. Unleash its potential to create a delicious masterpiece. Invest in high school. Commit to your academics. Join organizations and clubs. Make new friends. And make that connection to your new school and your future. No matter how demanding high school may seem, just know that your teachers, those talented chefs who have guided you toward tonight, have prepared you well. They've given you the makings, the ingredients, and many of the elements for you to handle any array of encounters and all of the opportunities that come your way. Some simple morsels to digest. Relish your time in high school. Know that you have been suitably prepped, seasoned well with knowledge, guidance, and support. Continue to acquire that taste for growth, learning, and happiness. Never feel you need to bite off more than you can chew, and don't ever be afraid to eat humble pie. Think about your mindset and sprinkle your days with passion, courage, joy, and positivity. Do it right, and you can have your cake and eat it too. Thank you to our students, and thank you again to the parents who move on from District 70 tonight. It has been an honor to have this impressive class be a part of our lives. My very best to you all.
I'll be your bridge, your troubled water. When you're down, I will carry you like a bridge, your troubled water. I will lay me down. When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. When you're weary, feeling Lord, and the evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your part. Oh, when darkness comes and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. I'll be your bridge, your troubled water. When you're down, I will carry you like a bridge, your troubled water. I will lay me down. Sail on, silver girl.
Sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on their way.
See how they shine.
Oh, if you ever need a friend, sailing right.
Good evening. Welcome, family and friends, and thank you for joining us. I'd like to take a moment to thank the students who sang this evening, and I'd also like to thank Mr. Spakowski, who directs our choral program. Please give them a round of applause. I also want to thank the parents of the students this evening. You do so much for your children, from dropping off your child early at school to get extra help from a teacher, to driving back to school later that night to pick up a forgotten textbook in a locker. Your commitment to your children's education has not gone unnoticed. Tonight is a moment for you to enjoy and savor the sense of pride that each of you must be feeling. I'd also like to thank the teaching staff of Highland Middle School and of Libertyville District 70. Students, the teachers that you have worked with will leave a bigger impact on you than you realize. The content they have given you will be there always, but I've always found that it was a few simple words or a message that my teachers shared with me that I remembered most. The teaching staff at Highland Middle School never ceases to amaze me. Their commitment to educating children and creating lifelong learners is evident here in these students tonight. Teachers, I thank you for all that you do each and every day when working with the children of our school. At this time, I want to take one last moment to address these Highland Middle School students one last time. Carol Dweck is a psychologist from Stanford. She tells us that we can have two frames of mind, or mindsets. A fixed mindset is the belief that talents and intelligence that one has are fixed traits and cannot be changed. A growth mindset is when you believe that your talents and intelligence are constantly developing and growing, when your growth is unlimited. Carol Dweck tells us that telling kids, "You're so smart," causes kids to stay in a fixed mindset. So in this last address to you as students, I don't plan to tell you how smart you are. What I do want to tell each of you is how much I admire you. What I admire about you as students is your ability to problem solve. As students, I've watched you over these past 3 years bring a different perspective and thought process to the problems you face. I am often impressed with the unique problem-solving skills our students display in this modern era of education. Dweck tells us that to maintain our growth mindsets, we must create learning goals, which focus on what we are able to do or understand as the result of completing a task. She also tells us that we should recognize and attribute success to working hard and using good strategies to accomplish those goals and solve problems. Most importantly, Carol Dweck tells us that we should embrace our mistakes. Mistakes are necessary to improve in anything. Sometimes students who get the right answers or get skills quickly become even more afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are how you become better. Students, remember this day, your 8th grade graduation ceremony, and your life is a celebration, but also remember it as the start of an opportunity that your parents, teachers, and I all know you are ready to take advantage of. Follow Carol Dweck's advice. Keep your growth mindset always. Set learning goals for yourself. Attribute your success to working hard, and embrace and learn from your mistakes. Know that your talents and intelligence are constantly developing and growing. Congratulations on all of your accomplishments. I know that you are ready for the opportunities that lie ahead. Assistant Principal Megan Russell and I take great pride in presenting to our Board of Education and to the Libertyville community the Highland Middle School class of 2017. They have met the requirements set forth for advancement to high school, and we will now ask that they come forward to receive their diplomas. Assisting in the presentation of diplomas this evening are school board members Mr. Thomas Vickers, Mrs. Greta Hoff, Dean of Students Mr. Michael Chalipsky, and Superintendent of Schools Dr. Guy Schumacher. Sam Abderholden.
Beckett Abington.
Skylar Allen.
Aaliyah Ambrose.
Simon Amyot.
Lindsay Archibald.
Ella Bach,
Ari Bain,
Catherine Berry,
William Barty,
Elizabeth Bates,
Haley Bates,
Tracy Bateski,
Cooper Bailiff,
Clara Beauchamp,
Aaron Benton,
Zachary Burke,
Nathan Berlowski,
Giovanni Bernardi,
Olivia Berteau,
Andrew Birch,
Tyler Bever,
Jack Bjorkland,
Amanda Black,
Emma Bleck,
Calvin Blome,
Sarah Bogan,
Kian Boom,
Ashley Bourne,
Vivian Bory,
Konstantinos Bougiotopoulos,
Nicholas Bowlby,
Megan Bowling,
Blake Boyer,
Matthew Brenner,
Lenny Brown,
Ariella Busco,
Gavin Byer,
Aiden Burkhart,
Courtney Burrows,
Matthew Campbell,
Angel Campos,
Kara Cannon,
Carson Cardona,
Mallory Carney,
Sophia Coronis,
Dermot Carroll,
Robert Cartwright,
Ashley Cervantes,
Aubrey Cervantes,
Kevin Cervantes,
Jody Chen,
Caitlin Christensen,
Anastasia Christophilus,
Annalise Chudy,
Andrew Clark,
Madeline Clausen,
Alexander Clemens,
Kaylin Conant,
Caroline Connell,
Kelsey Corrigan,
Nia Daniels,
Dane Dannenfeld,
Parker Davis,
Benjamin Diacetis,
Grace Dillon,
Brett DeLulo,
Dina Dobrin,
Olivia Doctor,
Tia Doctor,
Andrew Dowthat,
Dream Drummer,
Ethan Early,
Alexandra Eastman,
Bethany Ebert,
Owen Elfring,
Blake Ellinson,
Rachel Erdman,
Lily Irvine,
Thomas Evans,
David Farley,
Brenna Farrell,
Jake Faulkner,
Jack Felinzak,
Joseph Ferreira,
Emma Fields,
Megan Filar,
Georgia Filler,
Courtney Flamenc,
Spencer Ford,
Gabrielle Friedlander,
Grant Friel,
Hunter Fries,
Hayden Janak,
Michelle Gembra,
Griffin Gobler,
Allison Gifford,
Alexander Griffith,
Abigail Gorley,
Olivia Garino,
Rebecca Groby,
Haig Hagobian,
Akina Gunawan,
Madeline Handrich,
Hayden Halter,
Grace Harold,
Ethan Hansen,
Julia Hazen,
Connor Hay,
William Herbeck,
Michael Heblin,
Lily Hieronymus,
Edwin Hernandez,
Kara Hogan,
Elizabeth Hodge,
Ty Holsworth,
Brian Holmstrom.
Rowan Hornsey.
Kelly Hopper.
Luis Hubbard.
Alana Howell.
Julian Huerga.
Lauren Huber.
Jacob Humbert.
Marty Humbert.
Catherine Yonke.
Matthew Herr.
Melissa G.
Ethan Jennings.
Landon Johnson.
Kathleen Jin.
Nora Canchez.
Reese Junis.
Katie Cates.
Sophia Karpacheva.
Daniel Keating.
Elena Kazian.
Alyssa King.
Megan Kerrigan.
Leah Klein.
Ryan Klebe.
Joshua Kraft.
Preston Knapp.
Tyra Kukler.
Anna Creekbaum.
Thomas LaPrade.
Cole Landmeyer.
Emma Lash.
Gabriel Larson.
Brendan Lawless.
Isabella Lau.
Logan Lenz.
Riley Lazaretto.
Derek Leading.
Emma Letcher.
Julia Lowitzo.
Maxwell Lindsay.
Charlotte Lynch.
Jacob Ludlow.
Jonathan Marcourt.
Daniel Maliko.
Matthew Marshall.
Ella Marsden.
Adriano Martinov.
Robert Martin.
Julia Mateer.
Christine Massa.
Charles McBride.
Chad Matalinko.
Dylan McDonald.
Celia Mcdermott Hinman.
Abe McEwen.
William McDonnell.
Olivia Mendrala.
Benjamin McGrath.
Olivia Miley.
Madeline Michelotti.
Kylie Miller.
Riley Malowski.
Lauren Mills.
Chase Miller.
Demetrios Mitsopoulos.
Bronson Mitron.
Jessica Montero.
Yuan Montag.
Catherine Morris.
Madeline Moravec.
Sam Morgan.
Mariana Morrissey.
Christopher Mulligan.
Crystal Miles.
Carl Navarro.
Mason Nave.
Cade Naraki.
Joseph Neal.
Catherine Numeris.
Grace Newberger.
Jacob Newman.
Jamie Nicholson.
Luke Neiman.
Peyton Nolan.
Bryce Nowicki.
Peyton O'Brien.
Jonathan O'Hara.
Sophia Olson.
Josephine Olson.
Ashley O'Shea.
Kyle Adi.
Sam Otto.
Lauren Parker.
Maya Patel.
Ryan Patterson.
Zachary Paulson.
Griffin Payton.
Emily Perkins.
Samuel Peterson.
Mary Piedrahita.
Reagan Porter.
Christopher Potter.
John Power.
Adam Presley.
James Preisker.
Constantinos Sy Hodges.
Chase Pulaski.
Savannah Quigley.
Catherine Rucker.
Kayla Reed.
Eileen Ravello.
Claire Rice.
Andrew Richardson.
Kayla Ritchie.
Matthew Robertson.
Nicholas Robinson.
Brooke Rochester.
Peyton Rodriguez.
Elise Rodriguez.
Callie Royland.
Brianna Rojas.
Sarah Roston.
Anya Ruzica.
Catherine Sanders.
Elizabeth Scheck.
Emily Scheibler.
Joseph Schneider.
Greta Schultz.
Lauren Semler.
Divya Senthil Kumar.
Ryan Seth.
Kaylee Sherman.
Jacob Short.
Mackenzie Schutz.
Courtney Simpson.
Kayla Slechta.
Larissa Slessers.
John Snow.
Morgan Spalding.
Madison Spear.
James Steinhaus.
Margaret Stevenson.
Molly Stilling.
Jonathan Stoner.
Elise Stouffer.
Jennifer Sveck.
Thomas Swanek.
Isaac Schweitzer.
Helena Satmary.
Jensen Taff.
Lori Taranowski.
Dominic Torello.
Leo Thacker.
Johnny Thames.
Nicholas Thomas.
Catherine Tomey.
Jason Torres.
Veer Trevetti.
Amber C.
Raquel Tubik.
Isabella Turco.
Kelsey Van Meter.
Olivia Venturi.
Mia Vernasco.
Margaret Vickers.
Hannah Veith.
Sarah Villani.
Ellery Von Holton.
Timothy Wachnick.
Lawrence Wang.
Emma Ward.
Logan Ward.
Colin Watson.
Alyssa Wells.
Brady Wells.
Jimmy Wexler.
Addison Wizenand.
Taylor Widman.
John Wilcox.
Grant Williams.
Hannah Wilson.
Aaron Woshinski.
Richard Schau.
Mia Zaccaro. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Highland Middle School class of 2017.